It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are live on your Feel Good Breakfast show, chatting all things relationships with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve. And today's topic, dating in the modern age. And we've also opened up our lines on 083 9133 728. I believe we have a call.
Yes, we do. Stephen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Stephen. How's it going? What's your comment or question for Dr. Eve?
Okay, I've got a very basic comment. My personal opinion is that technology has actually ruined the concept of dating these days. Pretty much no one is satisfied with what they're getting. Pretty, like photos with filters, all the rest. Like, you don't actually know who you're meeting up with. People end up putting statuses online, all the rest, and they actually like... Sorry, got too close to my TV there. And like, they put this false facade online, and then when they meet each other in person, like, it's not actually who they are.
Yeah. Have you experienced that in person, Stephen? Have you perhaps, what do they call it, have you been catfished?
Not necessarily, but I've seen it from time to time. Well, actually fairly often, friends, colleagues, all the rest.
It's happened to them.
So Stephen's basically saying that, that technology has ruined the concept of dating. Would you agree with that? Or has it just made it slightly more
Challenging.
spicy?
I think that it's not too different from in real life, and I'll tell you why I say that. I think technology, you have very few cues, so you only have the writing, the written word, and you have a profile and somebody's description of how they're presenting themselves. But let's think about it differently, and this is what I write about in my book, in Cyber Infidelity. You're sitting at a dinner party, and you've got the cues. So you've got the visual cue, and you've got the auditory cue. You can hear somebody, you can see somebody, but still, we all present ourselves in a certain way. Now, is that really authentic?
Wow, that's the question.
You know, is it really authentic? We all have these peacock feathers where we are presenting ourselves in a way that we want to be liked and we want to be found attractive. So we're only giving what we choose to. We sift it. Only giving what we choose, what we think the other person wants to hear. Yes?
I think where I agree with Stephen might be on the sense that, you know how they say back in the days when something was broken, you fixed it.
Yeah.
You didn't just throw it away. I think I agree with Stephen in the sense that technology and social media has ruined the dating game because you can flip through so many different profiles and choose whomever you want. Once you're in a relationship, when something goes wrong, people are very easily swiping left and just saying, cool, on to the next one, on to the next one. They don't work at things anymore, so it's ruined it in that way.
100%, and there's wonderful research to show that people are feeling less happy because there's so much choice. So we're not spending enough time eye-gazing, connecting, just doing the talk. So my advice to people is if you're going to go on a date from a dating site, please spend time talking to that person. Even if they do not meet the profile picture or exactly what the description is, spend time talking before you just get up and you go back to your car or onto your train and you swipe away and you look for somebody else, because there's disconnecting happening, because you, in your back of your mind, you're thinking, the grass is greener, there is somebody who's going to be better for me. And what the research has shown is that you're left with a sense of disconnect all the time, because I'm with somebody, but you know, there's somebody better, whatever that may mean. So I'm not going to settle with this one, or I'm not really going to get committed. So the idea of commitment is really different. And talking about commitment, I mean, what this research shows, which I find completely fantastic. I mean, in the old days, what was the word commitment? How did you show commitment? You bought a house together, or you put a ring around somebody's neck or around somebody's on somebody's finger. But no, what this data is showing in terms of how do you know what is commitment? How do you know when you're falling in love? What they say is that the most important moments are caring for you when you're sick. 87% of people said that shows real commitment. Attending a family event as a couple, mentioning you to your friends, and then vacationing together, and mentioning you to your parents.
All right.
Completely fascinating new ways of falling in love, or showing, as you were saying at the beginning of the show, Zoe, how do we know where we stand in the status of, am I dating, am I in commitment, are we in a relationship? So what this group of people are saying, this is what I do.
Let's absorb that for a little while and keep our lines open on 083 9133 728. We'll continue with Dr. Eve shortly. I just want to say, just because I know that you swipe left for not like doesn't mean I'm on Tinder. I just heard from a friend.